Hey there, what are y'all's names?
I'm Maya.
I'm Joya.
And what are you doing out here in front of these beautiful hills this afternoon?
Sitting and digesting. Feeling good, personally.
What's going on today?
We're on a march to Sacramento, and it's for all the right reasons.
Tell me about those right reasons. What are the reasons that one would march to Sacramento?
Well, there's a lot of reasons. I think personally I'm marching because I really don't necessarily believe everyone should get married, but everyone should have the right to. And so I'm marching to call for the repeal of Proposition 8. And I'm also marching for all those people who feel like they can't be themselves or have to be closeted because of their sexual orientation and because of the external pressures that society has on them. That's one reason I'm marching, is kind of in respect or to stand with people that are going through that.
What about you, Joya?
Well, I definitely think that equality is really important, and I was always raised to think that equality was really important, and that like the best world to live in would be a world where everyone has equal rights. And then I've kind of grown up into this whole teenager thing, and all of a sudden this stuff is happening that relates to me, where like I personally, you know, if this doesn't get fixed, if Prop 8 doesn't get repealed, or you know, we don't do something about it, then I'm not going to have equal rights. So it's like, I guess from a young age I've just been raised to think that, you know, this would be the right thing to do, that I wouldn't be, you know, making my world a better place to live in, to be equal. And also, I think that if I don't do anything, you know, if I don't do activism, if I don't do this march, if I don't actually work for this issue, then I, you know, kind of have no right to complain about it. I mean, I do have a right to complain about it, but, you know, I feel like if I just sat around and was like, oh, this is unfair, and I didn't do anything about it, I'd kind of feel like, you know, a little bit, I don't know, a little bit like I'm not helping other people and myself at the same time, so that's why I'm doing this.
So you mentioned, quote, this whole teenager thing. Tell me about being a teenager while this is going on.
It's pretty cool. It's good to be, it's pretty cool to be an interested teenager when this stuff is going on, and a teenager that cares about this. I think that there are, you know, teens out there, there's a lot of teens out there who feel like this would never affect them. And then there's a lot of gay teens out there who think that adults are going to fix this, and that, you know, by the time they're old enough to get married, this is all going to be, it's going to be fine, you know, and this is not their issue. But I definitely think that age shouldn't play a limit on that, really. Like, I feel like being queer and being young is, you know, I think we all have to work together. Like, bridging age gaps is definitely, it's a really effective way to get a lot of people involved. And I feel like, you know, a lot of adults have reached out to me and helped me along the years, and I feel like this is, you know, my issue as well as everyone else's, really.
I feel like in activism, often youth are targeted by activism as kind of the audience or people that need to be helped by activism. And I think that youth can play such a more direct role in activism, especially because we need to create new leadership. As activists get older and pass on and move on, we need to keep creating interest and keep indulging youth in activism and in social justice. I think that if I hadn't been allowed to participate in activism, I wouldn't be as interested, and I wouldn't learn the things that enable me to be my own activist, kind of.
Tell me about being teenagers on a march to Sacramento, like on a 5-day march. What's up with that?
It's pretty cool. Earlier, we were talking to people, and I guess we've been talking to them since we got up into Berkeley, and they had no idea that we were as young as we were, and they were like, and I forget what it was, but something about UCSC college students, and we're like, no, we just live in Santa Cruz, we're high school students, and they're like, no way, and we're like, yeah, we're 16, and they're like, no way. They just flat out wouldn't believe us. I feel like it's kind of shocking to me that so many youth aren't involved or are interested but don't either don't feel like they don't have the time to get involved or feel like they don't have the means to get involved. And I think that as well as support, which I feel like I've had a lot of people supporting me over the years, and my parents and everybody, a bunch of other activists, adults, and I think that that's half of it, but the other half is like you have to want to do it. You have to be you have to really want to be here and care about the issue. And I think it's kind of shocking to people, adults, they're doing something because they care about it, because it affects them, and then they realize that youth are here and they're like, wow, like it must affect them too. Like it's just unbelievable to them that we would come that other halfway, because it doesn't happen. It's unbelievable to me too, but I don't see that many youth activism, or that much youth activism.